What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It's I, James, readoptionagency.com. 22 years selling full-time on eBay. And it is Monday morning. It's just another manic Monday. Oh. All right. We are fun to get into the weekend numbers, which were last several days have been really good. But overnight, we were at 8 a.m. in the morning. And even though I've had a good about 5-day run, I'll give you all those numbers in a minute. It looks like something's up with offers again. I've gotten, in the last 11 hours, one offer. So they were pretty steady over the last several days, and now they're just shut off again. So we're going to get this little bit of negative out of the way here first, of what's going on. But it doesn't really look like there's really a shutdown overnight. I've got one sale in 12 o'clock, no, two sales in the 12 o'clock hour, two in the 1 o'clock, none in the 2, one in the 3, one in the 4, one in the 5, none in the 6, one in the 7. So it's just a very sluggish morning, but it is Monday. But the offer thing is the red flag for me. That's turned back off again. So I'm wondering if I had a good 5-day stretch on a quote-unquote good server, and now I'm going to be switched back. We'll see today. If that's the case, I move on to the next person I send my video to of issues and errors. And we'll see how many errors and stuff I get today, if I get any. Over the past 5 days, I think that first day or the second day, I had a couple of errors that I recorded, and I haven't uploaded them, but I've been recording them. But the last 3, I have not had no issues. So we'll see what happens today. Let's get into what has been going on. So I'm going to give you a whole run. We were almost a full week. So we had 5 days. Last Tuesday was $909. Wednesday was $918. Thursday was $1,017. Then Friday, $865. A little drop off. Saturday, $879. And yesterday, $882. So all right about the same level on the last 3 days. We are at 8 a.m. I'm at $44. So yesterday started off better than what it ended. So we were kind of started going downhill midday yesterday because I had, before about 9:30 yesterday, I had almost $300. And then it only finished with 881, 882. Kind of started slugging off when everything's working. Sundays are usually my best day. So hopefully that wasn't a sign. Still overall 13% down, even with all the higher dollar items I'm putting up. The Found on Friday series, if you haven't seen the videos, I uploaded them Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So there's 4 different Found on Friday videos. Thrift Store 1, Thrift Store 2, going over the items and checking the numbers. So let's see how the organic sold compared to the promoted. So we'll look at the last 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm thinking my new average organic should be around 15. I'm going to just call it 16, 15 to 16. Because I'm hoping for more 16s than 15s. But let's see. So Friday, 13 organic, 48 promoted, total of 61 items. Saturday, 13 organic, 46 promoted, total of 59 items. So the same amount of organics 2 days in a row. And then yesterday, 20 organic, 43 promoted for a total of 63. And still that promoted number is down, the promoted impressions. But the page views have not changed. Actually, yesterday's page views were up about 400, 300 to 400, because I did 1427 organic page views yesterday. The impressions were a little bit higher than what's been going on too. So I don't know if this is a glitch or if they've adjusted something within that promotion placement on eBay, or what the deal is there, being we've gone so many days in a row now. And when we saw the organic issue, they started changing, fixing the problem day by day. So I'm not sure if this was a change or if it's a glitch, since we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days into that now. But like I said, most of the days since that's been going on, my numbers have increased money-wise. So that could lead to the fact that maybe they've changed the placement, so you're getting less, but getting more quality. And then maybe that depends on how much you promote at. I'm not sure. Maybe it's it's either a glitch or what I'm trying to read into it, if it's not a glitch, so then we can benefit from it, right? So if it's not a glitch and it is a change, then maybe the higher percentages now have more weight attached to them when it comes to the search algorithm. I ended up putting mine back up to 15% after my little test run didn't seem to get any results. I put everything back up to, I think they're up to 15. I haven't checked them in a couple of weeks, or probably a week, I guess, week and a half maybe. Everything's been going smoothly that I haven't had to worry about it or think about it. And that's the way eBay should be. So if it's not a glitch, it could be that I'm getting better placement, less impressions, but better placement because of the percentage I'm promoting. Maybe, I don't know. We're just speculating here right now, and have to wait and see if it's a glitch or if it's permanent. I have no problem with it being permanent from my standpoint anyway. Because as I said, since it's been happening, my dollar-wise have been up. And then if it's a permanent thing, it might be a more solid foundation to figure it out and increase your sales and even mine by figuring it out. So you kind of look for those when you're trying to grow a business and what have you. You're trying to look for those consistent things, anything, whether it's number-wise or product-wise or anything. You're looking for those consistencies that you can build off of. You can't really build off of a foundation that's changes every day. So the more solid the foundation, the more we can build off of it. So we'll see. Today will probably be a big determining day, being it's been very quiet this morning. And the offer thing seems to have shifted again. So I noticed Friday, since I did the videos a little bit differently, I forgot to do my top 5 items for that week. So let me do those now, and I'll do them the same as if I was doing them Friday. So it would have been that day through that day. So last week's top 5 items, or we'll just go over all the numbers. Total sales for that week was $5,944, up 8%. My selling cost still under 25%, so that's good, 24.4. Net sales, $4,149, up 8.8%. Total quantity sold, 394 items, up 9.4%. Average sale price, $1,509, down 1.1%. And the top 5 items last week were, number 5 coming in, I believe, making its way back into the top 5 were men's t-shirts. $347 worth of men's t-shirts, up 125%. Next up, I'm not sure if this is a debut or if it's been in here once before. I think it was once before because I had sold one high dollar pair of shoes that pushed it up. And then so another high dollar pair of shoes. So those $250 Yeezys. So that's why it popped up again. Men's shoes, number 4, $436 worth, up 132%. Number 3, same as always, music cassettes, hanging in there, not by much. I still need to get into the storage and get some cassettes listed. $471 of cassettes, up 12.4%. Music CDs, number 2, $996, up 0.6%. And with only a $12 difference. Yes. No, $112 difference. Men's hats, $1,110, up 12.7%. So CDs are knocking on the door of the number 1 spot. Cassettes are going to fade into number 4 if I don't. But that's what if it switches with like t-shirts. Thank you. That's not going to be a bad thing because I get a higher money from the t-shirts. Not cost of goods, but the sold of goods. Average sale price. It's higher, so not necessarily a bad thing. Alrighty. I want to thank everybody who has ordered from my Giro Packs thing. Using below the video, you'll have my link to Giro Packs to order some shipping supplies. And if you use the Urban Picker code, you get 10% off. But I've made, so thank you, $25 from referrals from you guys using that. So thank you. That's going to help my bottom line when I go to order mine. So that means my shipping supplies will get cheaper over time. And the more you guys order from them, maybe eventually I'll have free shipping supplies. How awesome is that? I've never had that before except used boxes. So that would be kind of killer if I can get to that point. So thank you guys for that. That's freaking awesome. And see, this is that whole like other area that I was always kind of afraid to push into because I was always just okay with what I had, with fear of losing what I had. I didn't want to push forward too much. And doing something like this feels like that little push forward. Getting something more when it comes to the business, getting something more, getting better bottom line, basically, just more money in the pocket, if you will, I guess. Which is kind of cool. Guess just kind of another payoff from making videos and sharing with you guys any information I can. So appreciate it. Kind of kind of like a getting paid like with YouTube revenue. Just another little little branch of that. So that's kind of cool. All right. And then yesterday I put up a video. Jan wanted her and Adrian to do a video of some of the stuff. We went to the St. Vincent bins on Saturday and picked up some stuff. I do have about an hour and a half, I think, of footage from the bins at St. Vincent. I want to get up, but I got to kind of watch it first. So I think I'm going to take a bath today to get this scruff off. And I'm going to kind of watch it because the music there is lower. So I'd like to upload it without with the normal audio. So I'm going to see. So I might test that with the normal audio. And then I'll probably break it up into 2 videos. And then if you see it up and then it comes down, that's probably because it got tagged because of music. So I'll take it down if that happens. And then what I'll probably do is take out the audio and just put background music because I don't really have time to sit there and voice over an hour and a half worth of footage. I have a hard enough time just doing the Found on Friday voiceover because it's like 40 minutes of footage, and then I'm like sitting here for 30, 40 minutes talking to my phone. So that's kind of time consuming. So I'll probably just put background music to it if I can't get away with the normal audio. All right, let's get to some questions and comments before we get to shipping. Vic jerseys still sell. I sold my personal one not too long ago for over $20. Yeah, I've got a Michael Vick kids jersey, football jersey at the bins, St. Vincent bins. Christina, good to have time to watch your videos again. Did my first Whatnot show yesterday, and my unsolicited opinion about it is, while I did sell things, you were right about them wanting items to give at giveaway prices, kind of like Macari. Plus, for me personally, I am not sure how I feel about the feeling of having to entertain people. It feels kind of phony to me. I like just being normal. So bottom line, I am listing my good items on eBay today because I don't want to give my stuff away. And the shake that I found in storage units that I can't move on to eBay. I'm guessing that's supposed to be stuff or something. I will put on Whatnot. Pretty much as you called it. LOL. Looking forward to catching up to your videos. You gotta have a buying audience. I think, and that's why people say I should try it because I got an audience, but most of my audience I feel are resellers, and your guys are sellers and learning over buying. So for me, right now at this point, it doesn't really make sense, I don't think. Let's see. A lot of people want to make the most money, but be the most successful, drive the best cars, live in the biggest house. But at the end, what really matters: family, friends, relationship, peace of mind, pursuing purpose, legacy. So many questions. Always keep asking questions. The truth is out there. Love you, James. The robot looks like IG-11 from Star Wars. Yes, it is a Star Wars figure. Those, if you watched the video and I was showing all the little toys and we had all those little figures, those figures picked up pretty well on the Google Lens. I was surprised. I was just doing random ones. So I was getting $8 here, $10 there, $11 there with those little figures. And it was recognizing, for the most part, the majority of them. And they were muscle men. I was like, yes. The muscle man with the multiple arms is worth some good money. All right, I'll remember that when I'm listing. I'm assuming Adrian is your son, James? Stepson, yes. I got 2 stepsons, Alex and Adrian. And I do have a daughter that I haven't, that's a long story. And I think I've got videos on the long story of my daughter buried deep somewhere on my YouTube channel. I haven't talked to her in about 4 years, and that's been a ugly situation since birth. It's one of those mothers who wanted the child support but didn't want the father involved in the child's life type of thing. We've spent hundreds of $1,000s in court fees, and there's a lot of ugliness. I still have, just to give you, I don't want to get into it because I don't want to get into it right now, at least, because I will, if I start remembering things, I literally have like a PTSD sensation when I go to certain parts of St. Louis because of the downright twisted crap that her mother would pull and things like that. So maybe one day, if you guys want me to get into it, I'll set aside time to get into it, because it will take, if I get into it, I mean, we're talking bottom level scum stuff that people have pulled, because it will take me a few days to recover talking about it, because it's that mentally damaging to me. Okay, get away from that, James. And let's say she's going on 30 years old now, and I've tried a couple of different times to rekindle. I'll just say this: she is the spitting image of her mother. Unfortunately, the girl that I had part raising doesn't exist, unfortunately. And that's a hard pill to swallow. Very hard pill to swallow. So. Okay. I just ordered Friday. We'll give them a try next time for the Giro packs. Thank you. Another nice haul. My wife loves that place. Nice haul. Love seeing the family too. I love tiny toys. James, I think you missed your calling. You are a born teacher. I don't know about that. I stumble over my words too much, I think. Showing people starting out what it will look like will really help a ton of people. The only thing is the listing part will take longer than I think you are allowing, especially for a beginner. I'm trying to remember that as I'm doing it, but then also I'm trying to remember to teach, go to my how to list 200 items a day, so then you can list more items too. So when I make the videos, I don't make notes, so I kind of forget things, and so I'm trying to get that more under wraps. The shipping part is the shopping part is the fun part, but the actual work like listing and shipping is where people get hung up. But having said that, this is so much fun to watch this grow. How are you going to shoot those posters? I'd be curious to know if you have any tips on how to get them to lay flat without damaging. The last time I did posters, I just laid them on the ground and used 4 heavy things for the corners and stood over them and took pictures. So I'll have to do that and get those things done. When listing on Excel, does it calculate for you? Excel's a spreadsheet you have to set up to do that. I haven't worked on Excel in probably 15 plus years, so I would have to relearn it all again. But my Excel, the way it's set up, I set it up at the beginning of the business. I learned the basics and set it up, so it does do the math for me. I have certain categories that will add, and I have certain categories that will subtract. So when you see that found on Friday the numbers thing. When I put it in, I've got those columns set up to add or subtract. So yes, it will do the math for me. But you have to set it up yourself. This series is starting to round itself out, lighting a fire in me. Thanks, James. This is the Found on Friday stuff. James, is really cool that you're taking the time to do this. The only thing I would caution new sellers about is that a new seller is not going to have the traffic that your store has. I agree with the 10 times goal. That is what we do. Sometimes you win and sometimes you don't. On average, we hit about 4 times. There are other channels / personalities that start with a new store and do better. You have to get better items to achieve that. Just discovered you here on the YouTubes. I have been a full-time reseller on eBay, Amazon, and Discogs for several years now. This week was rather trying and sluggish sales. Currently have over 10,000 items listed at my eBay store. Appreciate your channel and input. Best to you. Thank you much. I miss when my thrift store sold clothes under $4. Now any halfway decent shirt is $14.99 and a name brand will be $24.99. Good Lord. How do they stay in business? Hey James, I always watch your videos. Do usually have good content, but lately definitely has been way more interesting. Keep up the great work, and I definitely keep watching. Thank you much. Looks fantastic. I'm shopping from my death pile daily. You're the real deal, man. Thanks a bunch for all the work that you do, and thank you for not putting any ads on your videos like the mostly fake YouTube reseller drifters do. Well, I hope there's ads on my videos, at least YouTube ads, or I wouldn't be making no money. Huh. Maybe that's why my money dropped. Maybe my ads are my ads not playing on the videos for people who see the videos? Maybe that's why. Like, I leave that all up to YouTube. I don't touch them. So I wonder if that's why my numbers are dropping. Maybe the ads change somehow. I can't get DVDs to move at all. DVDs move better when lots, I found out. Like I had that one last week. So that's why I went ahead and picked up DVDs this weekend. I know I've got tons more in storage. I've sold one here overnight, and I sold several yesterday, just single ones. But like a lot of the low dollar DVDs, they move better in a lot. And so far I'm still sticking with the buy 2 get free media mail shipping. So let's get into shipping some of this stuff. So we got an England overnight, Canada, England, and England. So 3 England orders and 1 Canada order overnight. I don't know if did I share this? I don't know if I told this or not, but I ordered 300 die cut Vern stickers that I'll put in my eBay store if anybody wants any of them. The difference between the Teespring one and these is there'll be a lot more profit. Like the Teespring ones, I only make $3 per item, so that means Stray Rescue's only going to get $1.50 per sticker. When they go in my store, I think I paid 36 cents a piece for them. So Stray Rescue will get a lot more money if you buy from there. So if you want one, hang on, and hopefully they'll be here this week. And I'll get those in my store. Little Vern stickers. So he can live on and give other puppies a chance. Yay. And I say Stray Rescue's going to get half, but they already get money from me. So technically, overall, they're probably going to get a lot more than half, but I just put half. So That's the way it unfortunately usually works with me. I always seem to round high. Oh, I'm supposed to write a check for $50 to Stray Rescue. Let's just do 75. So, unfortunately, that's the way I'm kind of wired, to my detriments at times, as Jan has pointed out. So I try not to be a detriment to us anymore. All right. First up, we've got Tom T. Hall, Fox Hollow Vinyl. Sold for $9.09, headed to Brownwood, Texas. Texas. If you watched the Found on Friday yesterday, the numbers edition, I've already sold 2 or 3 items since that video. So we're going in the right direction. And one of them you're going to see here today, this morning. So, what are you doing now? I've never seen this before. Invalid authenticator. Postage on web, exception code, blah, 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 blah. What does that mean? Is that because I haven't changed out the names for media mail? No, that's media mail, so not sure. Probably has something to do with the whole global update thing. We will see what's going on here. 6. Okay, must be my pre-things because it's not loading automatically like it should. So it's probably my presets I'm probably going to have to finally change. But for media mail, it should stay the same. Now it's airing out, and it just signed me out. Huh, okay, let's figure this thing out now. Media mail. 15.6. Weird. Not sure what I did different. We will find out. We'll figure it out. Figure it out, boy. Get that stuff figured out. I bought these items many years ago. They're like a cake topper. This one's number 5 and it has Piglet from Disney. I bought like 100 plus of these for like $0.25 a piece at a thrift store once. And I still probably have, 30 or so left. Sold for $6.30, headed to Alpine, Utah. And this is, I believe, has some nice. The box feels a little. It's one of those weird, cheap boxes that makes them light. So that's why they're making that noise. Oh yeah, there's tons of padding in there. So let's just push you in. Tunnel padding. All right, let's see if you're gonna work. Okay, yeah, you're kind of changing on me already, so I gotta put in the dimensions now. Bummer. Let's put 11 by 10. I have to figure out, change my presets. Edit and add presets. Edit. Just call that ground ADV now. 4 is fine. Ground advantage. And normal dimensions. Ground advantage probably going to be, we'll just put the, why is that tore up? 9 by 7 in there. 9 by 7 by 1. Then if I have to change it from that, I will. Save. Let me make sure medium mail's all right. Medium mail's fine. Okay. All right, let's try that. I can always set different ground advantages. I could be ground advantage. I could add different ones with different sizes. Make column like t-shirt and stuff like that. So maybe I'll do that as we go on. So, all right, next up, from one of my earlier yard sale videos, that vintage Matchbox car. Just sold the box alone for $8. Headed to Somerton, Connecticut. And if you're new to my videos, all my prices include shipping, or all my prices I give do not include the shipping I charge unless it's media and they've ordered over 2 pieces. Yeah, something like that. All right, so we do ground advantage. The preset includes an invalid selection or invalid service. Okay, what did I do wrong? Ground advantage. That's a normal service. Let me unclick international, since I don't do that anymore. Over here. Okay, it should be right. Maybe I'll have to sign out and sign back in. Maybe not. Okay. Let me rename that one. On the next one, I'll put that as CD ground advantage. All right, next up, I gotta ship this one through eBay, because it's got to go through authentication. So I'm gonna go grab a box for them also. But if you watched the Found on Friday videos, you saw me pick up these Nike Shacks, size 14. I knew they would sell pretty quick, especially the condition they're in. So $50. Went ahead and took an offer for 50 on them. Head to New Jersey, but that might be the authentication spot. So let me get a box for those. Where are you going now? These little things that we're packing in shoes. Is there enough here to wrap a shoe on? Maybe not. Just little pieces. I can still figure that out. Get it wrapped, kinda. Better if I just. Ooh, that's a big one. Where you going now? There we go. You can do it. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. I've done this once the other day. Get free shipping label. Get free label. Yeah, New Jersey is the authentication spot. 2, 4. All right. Makes it nice, quick, and easy. Biggity bam. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright. Go to shipped. Yeah, I mean, what, anything going to sell this morning? We're at 8:42. We've only had one sale in the 8 o'clock hour thus far. Come on, eBay. You were doing so good. Now you're going to put me in timeout again. Next up, we've got Anastasia at the Beginning song by Donna Lewis and Richard Mark, Headed to England. I definitely need to order my Giro Pack stuff today. I got my free eBay stuff I ordered Friday or Saturday. I got my LP mailers already. So I'm just going to take inventory of which ones I need to get. All right. Custom forms 377. Yeah, on the Found of Fridays, I got to start adding in some information, like, and I keep forgetting, like, make sure you keep your receipts for gas, keep your receipts for, if you, on the day you thrift, keep your food receipt, because you can use that as a tax write-off. And obviously the product you buy. So, because you have to file, I guess, at $600, right? Or did they extend that? Don't take the advice from me about accounting. Please seek an accounting, but because I pay somebody to do it, so I don't have to worry about it. But if you keep your receipts and stuff, of course, you'll be able to write all that stuff off. And then turn your cell phone into a business phone, so you can write off your, well, you don't even have to turn it into a business phone, but you can just use it as a business phone and write it off. Something like that. Shipped. Because you're looking stuff up when you're out shopping. So, alrighty. Love Club cassette. So for $6, headed to Merrimack, New Hampshire. Merrimack, no, spelled different than the Merrimack around here. Merrimack. Didn't anybody tell you it's not who's right or wrong? Good enough, that should work. Boom. Okay. So we got to title that CD. And we can use those for CDs, cassettes, and DVDs. Or anything in these smaller packages. And then I can make this one a t-shirt poly bag. So we got Abercrombie and Fitch, just a gray t-shirt. So for $8.25, headed to Hewitt, Texas. Texas. are the dimensions of this? All right, let me edit, add presets, ground advantage, edit. We'll do CD, ground advantage. Now we're going to add T, ground advantage, ship from. What's the weight normally on a t-shirt? 7.5, or we'll just do 8, round up. No, not 9, 8. 8 ounces. USPS. Ground advantage. And we've got 12 by 9. 12 by 9. Just put 4 should be sufficient enough. Save. Let me make sure everything's clicked properly. So click dimensions, click those. So are all those clicked? Yes. Okay. All right, now we got one for t-shirts. Boom. T ground advantage. Already set up. Don't have to do anything but print. And print again. Get off my fingers. Yeah, that's the frustrating thing about what's been bothering me about eBay for the last 2 years is, as you can see the numbers of the last 5 days, and that's in my slowest month. July is my always, by far, other than the COVID year, is always my slowest month. But I always do good. It's just my slowest. So even on my slowest month, if I can have $800 to $900 a day, every day for 30 days, guess what? James has no problems, no issues, and that's making a lot of money and has a lot of money to pad the personal account with. And when you go from 8 to 900 and you're lucky making 500 because of eBay's not working properly, that's a big hit. That's like a 40% hit every day. That's a lot of money when you stretch that out over most of a month. That's the hard part. The hard pill to swallow with these eBay issues. You can see the drastic change. People always come in, it's the items you're selling. Nobody wants them. Shut up. Back smack. You can see the difference. What it looks like when it's working compared to when it's not. That's why it gets me so upset. Because $200 to $400 a day losing because of technical issues over 2 years. That's why I averaged it out about $200 a day I've lost over the past 200 years. 2 years due to the eBay errors and issues. That's why it's a hard pill to swallow. That's a lot of money. FedEx Express hat. Headed up to Canada. Sold for $10.50. Oh, Canada, our home and native land. I only know that because I watch hockey. How do you know Canada National Anthem? I watch hockey. That's how I know. Same could probably be said about Canadians in the U.S. anthem. 10:50. we'll have training camp starting soon. Soon, well, not soon enough, but unfortunately, I think we're going to be a little less, unless something drastic changes, we're not going to even be as good as last year, I don't feel. Which kind of stinks. It's going to be a year based on just hope. Hope that they're better. Hope that the kids coming in will pick up the reins of the guys who've left. Okay. Next up we've got, I was going to say, why'd you do that? Are you ready for a cassette lot? Yeah. We got Wilf Carter, Montana Slim. Which needs a, crap, I forgot to pick up super glue. And we got the Chieftains on cassette. 2 cassettes headed to Chicago, Illinois. Thank you. Give me some sales. Sold for $15.40. $15.40. Oh, that was a mighty good year. I remember it well. I always find it fascinating, those kid stories where they tell stories about their past life. And I often wonder what in our brain turns off, if there is a such thing as reincarnation, what in our brain turns on or off the fact that some of these kids can remember like a past life, and then supposedly when the information's checked, it verifies to a person who, like the last one I was listening to was a kid who was supposedly, and this is a little kid telling the stories, a fighter in a war, a fighter plane pilot. And it turns out that there was one by that name who died, and he described how he died, and et cetera, et cetera. It's weird. So I wonder what in the memory banks, if that happens, what part of the brain blocks that memory blank out of, if it's a soul and reincarnated, comes back into another body. What in the brain blocks those memories? Be curious to see if they've done any research on kids like that and see if they got a different stimulation or non-stimulated part of a brain compared to a normal kid telling a story, to see what opens up, what changed. I don't know why this is like that. Why that's wrong. And then I always heard that one story where the only story I'm going to try to remember is, if it's true or not, is when you die, you're going to be going toward a light, supposedly, where they're calling your name, telling you to come, and that is like the rebirth. But if you stop, turn around, you'll see that you don't have to go that way, and that the entire universe is behind you and you could go that way. That's the way I'm going. I'm not coming back. If that is a real thing, I'm not going toward the light when my name is called. I'm stopping, turning around, and I'm going the other way. And then you wonder, is that stuff like child, what do you call it? When the baby dies in the womb. I don't remember. But I wonder if that stuff is connected to something like that. If that's all true. I love speculation and guessing, but if that's all true, and you don't follow the light, then you have a stillborn baby. I wonder. Always ask questions like that. One comment said, always ask questions. Why not? Media mail. Fine. Asking questions and trying to figure stuff out is the fun part of life. Even if you know you're never going to get the correct answer, or may never know if you're going to get the correct answer. How about that? Because we could just be computers and shut off and nothing else ever comes of any of it, which is where most of my belief lies. Boop, 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 boop. But I'll never always believe everything truly 100%, especially nowadays. Good Lord, you can fix so much crap online. All right. Recent DVD pickup, Standing in the Shadows, Motown. This may have been found on Friday also. I'll have to check to make sure. Sold for $630, headed to Oakland, California. It's sealed and it's music related, so it may have been one I picked up in the video. And we checked out today. Next up, we've got Damn Yankees High Enough cassette single. Sold for $4, headed to Fargo, North Dakota. Pickup. I keep forgetting to check ground advantage first. Next up we've got I Wanna Party on You, Baby. Had to bleep out my own singing. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Going to England. So far, $9. Get off my finger. No, we're going pirate ship. Red Hot Chili Peppers. $9.65. Boom, 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 ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. I think today, my second video, it would probably be a short one. I went to 2 yard sales Saturday. So I'll just put those together and then maybe put a little commentary afterwards showing what I listed the items for that I did find at the yard sale. And then work on seeing if I'm going to be able to list that other one. Actually, I can probably list it upload and keep it private, and he'll probably then tell me, even private, what is going on with my vocals today? Even private, it'll tell me if it got any hits for the music or not. So maybe I'll do that. I'll upload it, leave it private for a while, see if it gets any hits. And if it does, then I can leave it up and I can add music to it. Take the audio out, add music. That's what I'll probably do. Okay. Got a pair of New Balance sneakers, sold for $11, headed to Oregon, Tigard, Oregon. Size size are these bags? I'll make one for these. So you get 12 by 16 inch, 15 inch. And edit, add. Shoes, ground, advantage. Ship from. Average weight. 1 pound, we'll just do 5 ounces. Probably have to end up in that. Domestic. 15 by 12 by 5. 13. Service. Ground. 2 to 5 days. Save. All right. All right, looks good. And I can also use shoes for hoodies and jackets. Anything in the bigger ones. Next up, we got Regina Bell. Stay with me on cassette. Headed to England, sold for $420. Oh, Regina, you don't have no mailer. Everything's in my way. I'll be kicking it. Kick it. So we're at 9:03. I wonder where my money is. Probably not very good yet. 2.3. Regina cassettes. What's your value? $419 exactly. See, yesterday what did I list yesterday? I think I had 80 drafts I listed yesterday. And then I went ahead and maybe listed 20, 30, 40 more. I don't remember. And then this morning I've got 44 drafts to launch. I tried that's an older DVD, isn't it? Or maybe not. No, it might be a newer one too. Counter. I tried, instead of typing stuff in, I tried a new process, voice to text, on the eBay app. So instead of like looking an item up and creating a draft off my template, I created like just a blank template draft, copied it by 10, went to the phone to take the picture, but before I took the picture, I hit the title and talked the title. Red Hot Chili Peppers, men's t-shirt, size large. Take the picture. And then after I done that, I go back to the computer, click into it, click the right category, let it pre-fill the information, type in what I need to, and then it's complete. I liked it. It was cool, but it didn't flow very well. And that would probably be something that comes over with time. But I end up going back to just typing. Because it wouldn't always get the wording spelled properly, so I'd have to retype some things anyway. Not very often. But then I guess if I paused too long, it would put a comma in the title, so I'd have to go back and take the commas out. So it'd take a getting used to, but it looks like it could be doable to make it. I averaged it, at least for now, about the same time it would take if I just typed it and did it. But it might be quicker over time after you get into a flow of it. I remember way back when, before cell phones, I was trying to do the text to talk. I think it was called Dragon software or whatever on the computer. And I was going to make listings just by talking, but I could never get that software to work properly. It just is always just a mess back then. I think I would enjoy it better if I had talk to text to my computer desktop. So maybe I'll have to figure that out. Without using that Dragon. So I'm sure they've improved by now, if they're even still around. Hell, they're probably not even needed anymore. American Marine Service vintage ball cap. Head to England. Sold for $8. There might even be something preloaded on Google Chrome that I don't even know about that you can do it. Just have to look into it to see. $8, $6, $8. One left here, and then we're going to see where we're at money-wise. See if we're even going to get close to our bottom end by 10. Next up, we got the Ocean Blue self-titled CD. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold for $7. I did have a lot of more than 2 media sales over the weekend for free shipping, so it does seem to be picking up and kind of working. Had a bunch of 45s, low dollar 45s that sold in a lot. I can remember off the top of my head, but let's try Grand Vantage first, James. So between that and finding like the Found on Friday stuff, could be helping. So, yep, only at $63. So bummer. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I got a phone call I've got to make, and I'll see you all in the next video. Later.